All of the characters in Total Drama Island went through some interesting journeys, whether they were short or long. I think of these characters, Eva has one of the more fascinating journeys. Why exactly do I think this? From the moment her audition plays, Eva's character is very straightforward. She is mean, scary, athletic, competitive, strong, and full of rage. Just looking at her you can see that. You can even see that from her original Camp TV design, which looks completely different from how she looks in Total Drama. Her biography does state she's from a village in Europe, and at least to me, her Camp TV design does intentionally look Eastern European in a way. Her name being Eva checks out too. She could do 60 pull-ups, she could kickbox, and do a bunch of other things that displayed her strength and athleticism, such as carrying dumbbells in her luggage. Exercising with dumbbells at least seems like a good pastime, but it's too bad Cody's foot had to be the first sacrifice of Eva. I love when she enters though and the music changes from the groovy stuff during Cody's entrance to this menacing drop once Eva is shown.
Save it, shortstop.
It was evident from the very beginning that she wasn't to be messed with and that she didn't care about anyone else. Even Duncan tells DJ that Eva is all his. Hold on, could you imagine that? Seriously, DJ and Eva? DJ would never survive that. Even later on when she's grabbing some of Chef Hatchett's gourmet food, she shows zero interest in Lashana trying to talk to her. Talk about cold. There's only one person who can strike any bit of positive emotion from Eva, and it's none other than Justin himself. Eva is shown to be in awe of him during his arrival, which is kinda crazy. And in the big final special episode, Eva falls for it again. At least we know what Eva's weakness is. And it's Justin. She does have one other weakness actually, and that's her MP3 player. Not even trying to jump ahead, that's just what's next for Eva in this journey of hers. I mean, there is her choking the life out of Ezekiel before he's voted off, but we stand her for that. Being the little creep he is, Cody for some reason tries to touch Eva's MP3 player and almost pays for it. I mean, it did sound like Eva was jamming out to some good music, but what the hell? Let her vibe, Cody, damn. Chris McClane does try to kill her vibe though by making everyone run before eating breakfast, and again, Eva loses her temper and almost gets at the host of the show. Seeing Eva go off on Chris would have been sick to see, but her team rightfully held her back. Corny in particular had an issue with Eva's temper, noting that she had thrown a suitcase out of a window and broken a bathroom door lock. Well, that's definitely not the last thing she threw out of a window. Speaking of that beloved MP3 player, Heather strikes while the iron is hot and takes it when Eva accidentally drops it. Who would have known such a nice piece of technology would snowball into a huge fit of rage, but Heather's hopeful plan was executed to perfection. Despite being a super strong player that lasted very long in the sleeping challenge, this incident was the end for her. She was throwing everything out, desperate to find her MP3 player, and she had good reason for wanting it badly. She wanted her music. I know I'd feel away if I couldn't listen to my music anymore. And in a timely fashion, Heather shows up with the MP3 player and Eva looks like a pit bull seeing a big piece of steak as she is so excited to have this item back. It's too bad that she crashed out like crazy and turned her whole team against her. She even tried apologizing for her overreaction, which was a very rare break from her usual temper, but it was too late. In the end, she was voted off, and she crashed out again. So mad that she even kicked Chris in the shin and she almost took Corny's head off with the stick. Corny was talking a little crazy about her in the confessional though, saying Eva wouldn't have a career if she couldn't get her act together. I'll have you know, she did very well as the main interviewer for the Aftermath show, but that can be a whole different video. As you'll know if you're a fan of the show, despite being the second person out, Eva's journey in the first season wasn't over yet. Like in Survivor Pro Islands when they had the Outcast twist and brought back those who had been voted out previously, Chris decided it'd be a really fun idea to bring back two of the show's biggest fan favorites. Izzy came back from wherever she was hiding I guess, and then Eva came back in a fiery fashion. Seriously, the fire surrounding her as she returned is so badass, she's like an actual Russian czar coming in to screw everything up. Oh yeah, and she wasn't an actual fan favorite, Chris just thought it'd be fun if she came back, for the drama and all that.
She was an audience favorite?
Not really, but we liked her.
Now, despite this seeming promising, it all falls apart in this episode. Like for real, Eva coming back and just wreaking havoc for a couple episodes would have been sick, but instead, she's weirdly over-obsessed with Bridget and then she's just voted out almost unanimously. Now, I know I haven't gone in depth on all the things she did in this episode, but it's odd to me that this was the direction that was taken. I mean, her being bitter and upset makes sense, but why was this only directed towards Bridget? There were others there from the Killer Bass team that voted her off. But I do think this is kind of in line with her character. Eva is very intimidating and she knows that, but when going up against someone like Duncan, well, that just isn't going to work on him. I mean, he was one of the people that was able to hold her back when she wanted to lunge at Chris. Bridget, on the other hand, was just an easy target, and that worked for Eva, until it didn't. Through all of the talk she had with calling Bridget a backstabber and all of that, she was just pissing off every single person left, even Heather. The votes, which were publicly revealed this time, showed to be almost unanimous for her. Despite everything she said about and to Bridget, Eva voted for Heather. Bridget wasn't even immune, so I have no idea what this was about. Duncan did vote for her too for another kind of dumb reason, so maybe this was something the two of them had concocted behind the scenes, but it didn't really add up that much. And so just as she came back, she was right back out. Instead, this time she was leaving in a straitjacket. I guess this time they all learned that they needed a way to combat her crash outs, and this was kind of effective. So yeah, kind of an underwhelming return. But it's interesting to me that she was the character chosen for this spot to waste an elimination on. It sucks because I think Eva has a lot of potential, and while she's grouped in with the likes of Sadie and Katie as the only ones to never return for another season, I'd be a lot more interested in seeing how Eva would do. And yeah, she did technically return, but it was for one episode and it was in the same season. It's like saying Chris Underwood returned. Eva only competed in one season and it's a shame. Imagine what could happen with Eva in another season. By the end of the season, she had seemingly gained friendships with the likes of Izzy and Noah, which I think is a pretty cool trio. And there's also the thing with Justin, which I think would be a neat thing to explore as like her kryptonite. Maybe even a romantic story there. And of course, there's more to be addressed in regards to Eva's rivalry with Bridget and Heather. Even a play of the losers even continues to hate on Heather.
Heather can kiss my butt. It's all her fault I'm stuck in this place. She's a scum-sucking, backstabbing witch, and I'm going to enjoy watching her go down.
There could also be something to explore with Eva and Courtney, as Courtney had a lot to say about her in confessionals. So even though she was only in a few episodes of the season, Eva did have a really interesting journey. From second voted off to returning mid-season and then leaving the same episode. I do think she deserved a lot better than that though. She could have at least had a spot on Action or World Tour instead of what happened to her in her one episode return. I just find it a bit puzzling. Izzy at least had an impact during her second stint, while Eva's return didn't change anything at all. Hopefully someday Eva can get the second season she deserves. Let me know down below what you think of Eva, and also let me know what else you'd like to see me talk about on this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more videos, and yeah, thank you for watching.